how you can be in your power, how you can be showing interest to her, and yet at the same time, not caring. All right, guys, this is a big topic here. The topic we're going over today is how to stop caring so much in order to give her space to start chasing you. This is probably the number one thing that men struggle with when it comes to relationships, is understanding the dynamic of caring less to provide space for your woman or the woman you're interested in to actually start to be able to chase you. Start to get in your power, start to be in your dynamic where she is pursuing you rather than you having to pursue her. What I'm going to talk about today is 3 strategies you can use this week to start changing that dynamic, to start getting back into your power, and to start bringing back in a woman who may be uninterested in you because you were not doing this right in the first place. Let's get into it right now. Like I said, how you can care less or how you can stop caring so she can start chasing. This is the core dynamic between the masculine and the feminine. Anytime we are starting to date a new woman for the first time, anytime we are starting to interact with a high value woman, there is always this dynamic going on between her and you. How much are you caring? How much is she caring? And one of the things that you might be thinking is that, hey, women want to be pursued, right? So I need to show that I care. And that is correct. Women do want to be pursued, but you need to understand everything in dating, everything comes back to evolutionary psychology. And so what we're going to look at today is how you can be in your power, how you can be showing interest to her, and yet at the same time, not caring. And so what is this? What is the fundamental and what is the core of this? It's really about understanding that you have to be so invested in what you are doing, your path, your focus, that you do not care too much. And the more you can be focused on your path, the more you can be in your power, the more it gives her the space to feel that that is your priority, the more that she will pursue you. Because what it is subcommunicating to her is that you are a high value male, is that you are a leader. You are someone that she wants to tie her boat to. She wants to go with you in whatever adventure you're going because you have your priorities on straight. And so how do you do this as a man? How do you actually show intentionality, show that you're interested in her, but also care less? It's by being very bold and upfront. I want you. I'm interested in you, right? I'm going to invite you on a date, but I'm not making my schedule for a week available for you. Let me give you an example. I was in Rio de Janeiro about 1.5 years ago. I arrived there, and at the time I was single. I wasn't dating anyone. And I went on an app at the beginning, a dating app, which I normally don't like to do. As you guys know, I like to do cold approach in the streets. But I went on a dating app, and I met this gorgeous girl. And we started talking, and she was on the app, so I knew she was getting hit up by a lot of guys. We're talking on WhatsApp. I see her online all the time. I'm messaging her. She's not replying for a day or 5 or 6 hours, so I know she's being stimulated by a lot of other men. And so I asked her to hang out one time. She couldn't do it that night. And then I hit her up again the next week. A week goes by, and I say, hey, I'm free on Thursday at 7 p.m. Let's go grab a drink. She came back to me and said, hey, Alan, sounds good. I'll let you know if I can do it, right? Maybe. Essentially like, maybe I can. My response back to her was, hey, awesome, sounds good. I don't do maybes. So let me know if you can do Thursday, and if you can't, let's say it's not meant to be. Do you see the dynamic in this interaction right here? Yes, I'm saying I want to go out and see her, but the moment she gives me a maybe like that, I'm letting her know the boundary, the standard. I don't do maybes. I'm not going to keep my Thursday night open on a chance of hanging out with you. So her response to that was, wow, I really like this energy. Okay, I'm available. Do you see that dynamic? Do you see how as men we need to pursue, but we need to be so focused on what we are doing, our hobbies, our path, our mission, our time with friends, that it doesn't allow us to care too much. See, the problem with most men as they get into a relationship is that they are so focused on the amazing feeling that they're feeling with that new woman. It's the only place in their life that they're feeling this love, they're feeling this excitement, this adrenaline, this oxytocin. So they're willing to cancel plans with friends. They're willing to not go to jiu-jitsu class. They're willing to not go to the gym. They're willing to not do all these things that they normally did just for the opportunity to spend time with her. And the moment a woman feels that, the moment the woman feels that you care too much, you're too emotionally invested, you're too emotionally available, you're too available with your time, is the moment she will start pulling away. And it's not because she's a bad woman. It's not because it's this type of girl. It's because that is how women are wired, just like we are wired as men. And so your job to step into your power is understanding that, is pursuing her, but making sure that you have your priorities in place. There's a reason why my company is called The Path. Because the core for us as men is to be on our path, is to be on our mission, is to have something we are working towards, striving to do, something, a mission that we are fighting for as men. And the more we can do this, the more we can sit into this power, the more women feel safe around us. Priority number one in my life is what I'm building. It's this. It's my coaching. It's my business. Any woman who comes in my life is priority number two. I don't need to say that to her. You know, a lot of betas say that and they don't mean it. Yo, you're second in priority to my business. No, I show it with my actions. I make sure my work comes first. I make sure my sleep comes first. I make sure my gym comes first. I make sure jiu-jitsu class comes first, because that is my path. And without that path, I don't have her in my life. So the way to stop caring is make your schedule full. Make your schedule full with the things you want to do. Make sure that you have found your mission, or you're working towards something that gets you going. And the problem with most men is they are not doing work they really care about. They're not doing things that they really love and light them up. And part of that is understanding yourself. That is why I created the Path program. The Path program is a program to get into the core of who you are, to understand what makes you lit up, what makes you passionate, and to find your mission as a man. Because until you find that, it's going to be really hard to pretend to not care when the only place you're getting positive emotions in your life is the warm embrace of your woman. Or the only place that you're feeling great is when you're in bed sleeping with her. Do you see that? The importance for us to have our priorities straight, our hobbies, our activities, our work, our friendships, our relationships, naturally allows us to care less, not pretend to not care. And as we start to care less from a place of authenticity, it gives us a moment for her to feel that, and then for her to pursue us. This is the reality. Women want to pursue you. The ultimate for a woman is they want to know a man wants them. He's attracted to them. He desires them. But then there's enough space for her to pursue you, for her to invite you to do things, for her to be planning dates in her head because she wants to see you again. That is the ultimate for a woman. That is how you stop caring so she can actually start chasing. That is how you regain your power as a man, and you start to pull in a woman who's maybe uninterested in you. Bring her back into the fold with you. So I hope this makes sense to you guys. I hope you guys are on this path. If you've lost it a bit, if she doesn't care anymore, she's not responding to your text message, drop me a comment below. I'll drop another video on how to actually handle that, how to pull a girl back in. Maybe she hasn't replied to your messages in a week. There's a very specific sequence to bring her back in and get her back interested in you. It's re-showing your value again, re-showing that you care less, re-showing that you're prioritizing on your path. And so, as always, guys, if you are not part of the Path community, if you are not around a group of men who are pushing you every single week in your habits, in your pillars, in your mission, in the way you show up with women, you are going to be left behind. Join the community if you want to. If you don't want to join mine, find someone else's or create your own. But this is powerful as men, is to be able to step into this, to be in community. This is natural for us as guys. So that is it for today's video. Thank you guys so much, and I will talk to you later. Ciao.